and then they'll fucking fail.
We'll give it another 2 minutes and let people come in because I think people want to see the walkthrough for this one.
Oh, you've got the Mante fucking livery? Ah, nice.
Yeah. I had to put the Mante livery on. I wanted the Grello one, but they don't have that, so I got really upset.
I've been looking for a Rexy, and I can't find a Rexy.
Just ask Gabi to make one for you.
Oh, there's already Grello ones, custom ones out there you can just get, but I just use the in-game one. I couldn't be bothered going and grabbing custom.
What's the Grello one? What's the Grello one?
It looks like the open mouth chomping thing.
It's not the green one, is it? AOR?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Rexy then. It's the Rexy one,
Yeah.
right? You've Rexy and
People call
Spike and
different
everything like
things.
that. I didn't know what you were saying when you were saying Grello. Yeah, I haven't found that one. I haven't been able to find a good one.
Yeah, it can be difficult. Okay, there's a few people here tonight. That really... Okay.
I feel like there's more people from Sprints than from Academy here.
Yeah. The track requires explain. Yes, it requires a lot of explaining.
It's not a difficult track. It's just a merciless track.
Maybe after I explain it, you will find that it is a difficult track. Oh, it's been 2 minutes. We're going to get on with this. Because you're all lovely and punctual, so we'll get started here. This is lovely Alton Park. Everybody's favourite track, as we've already covered. As I kept my promise, I've done my lap in the Porsche, so as I'll highlight throughout this, because I'm in the Porsche, lines probably won't vary as much, but braking points, my gears might vary a little bit. So we've just got to keep that in mind throughout. If anyone has any questions, you know, what gear should I be in, what car if you're not driving the Porsche. Most other cars will be the same. The Porsche is just a little bit weird with its gear ratios, so it's all to do with TC and things like that, not engaging that. So we'll get started here. This is my lovely lap that I got started on. Now down the front straight, before I even get to turn one, if I see you going 3 wide down here, I will be upset. I'm gonna put it out there now. You should not under any circumstances be going 3 wide down this straight. I know it looks like it's capable of doing so, but don't do it. I've seen people do this, and that's the last thing you need. So if you're gonna go 2 wide, that's fine, but one of you is going to have to give in when you get to turn 1, because if you're going to go 2 wide through turn 1, as you'll see in a minute, one of you will die, if not both of you. So let's just be mindful now. As already been highlighted, the track is not a wide track. No, let's not go 4 wide. No, don't even. let's just keep that out of the way. So 2 wide at most down the straight, but be sensible. If you have to be the one that's sensible to back out and lose a position, that's fine. Someone's going to have to do it, and it's going to show you've got sportsmanship and respect for your other drivers. Not saying you don't, but it will certainly make life much easier, even though you don't need stream content. Right, so coming down the front straight. Now, there's no easy way that I could put a braking point here other than in your peripheral vision of the car. Oh my gosh, if I can get the right camera. It's pretty much where the fence on the left starts. That's the only sort of guide I have been able to find. Or you can use that really little dead patch of grass there on the left if you really want to. This is a really nasty braking point into turn 1. Firstly, getting it right and finding a braking point, because it's difficult, you know, to get as far wide as possible and be able to see the fence. So I think the fence is going to be your best bet. Now, I can't obviously see where it starts in my peripheral vision when I'm braking, but I have a rough idea of where it is. Now, some people may not use a braking point for this. They might go off feel, and that's kind of what I did a little bit here. A good marker for me, knowing at least where I'm going to have to be braking, is probably 1 to 2 car lengths after this little white sign. Now, again, that is going to be a feel-based thing. Can you see the whiteboard on the right from the onboard? The whiteboard. Am I being blind? Maybe I am. After the marshal. Possibly. No, you can't. So that rules that one out for you. So yeah, you'll see I'm hard on the brakes. I'm going to turn this playback speed down for you as well. I'll go quarter speed. Off the accelerator. And obviously the game blips that for you when you go down gears. Now I'm holding third through here, and you can see I'm trail braking a little bit now. I'm coming off the brakes early after trail braking, and I've got about 10% throttle, and this is a Porsche thing. Do not do this in other cars. Most other cars you'll probably coast through here, but the Porsche, I'm putting a bit of accelerator input into this to keep the car stable. That's the main reason. So you can see, once I'm at that point that I know the car's stable, I've got it turned in nicely, and I will show you, I'll go around the lap a couple of times in a couple of different views if people want to see, from the dashboard view, from the steering wheel view. We'll go through all that. So you have an idea of looking at, looking at the steering inputs. So we can have a look at that. But you can see I'm on a good bit of throttle. I'm not going full throttle straight away because the car is still rotating and I'm still putting an input in. Now I do another quick tap of the brakes just to get the nose planted down again. You don't have to do that, but I'm doing that because I want to get the nose planted down again to get the grip in. And you can see, let me go free camera here. I'm using all of the curb on the inside here. I don't want to go too much further over than what I am here because the car will bounce you wide. That's a guarantee. And then you will end up on the outside of the curb on the exit here and you will invalidate. The track limits here are just awful. And I think you can see what I'm talking about in terms of not wanting to go too wide, because you can see where the track's gripped up is here. It's actually a bit to the left of where I'm placing the car. But if you're going to go too wide through here, one of you is almost going to end up in the rubble and not very rubbered in part of the track, which is also going to send you off wide, probably into the grass and spinning and into the wall. So ideally you want to be single file through by the time you get to turn 1. If you have full faith in the driver around you, obviously for academy people in here, you might not know all the drivers around you at the moment, so you might just need to back out, but certainly I wouldn't be going too wide through here unless you have full faith in the car around you. Otherwise, just back out, play it safe. So on the inside, I've come off the brakes now. I'm getting on full throttle. The curb is also helping the car rotate a little bit, and you can see the car glides nicely. There's a tiny little bit of a slide, and then I'm coming out. Still got a little bit of steering input in because the car, as I'm getting on the accelerator, is pushing itself out wide, and I'm going to use the curb on the outside here. Now, I have come very close to the track limits, as you can see, because the track limits is the white line at turn 1. So I wouldn't be pushing much. You can push a little bit more than this, not as you can see, not very much, but yeah, white lunch bag. I agree. It's not white at this point, but you can see the distinct line, whatever you want to call it, grey, whatever. The line. That's the distinctive limit between what's on the track and what's off the track. So you can see I've definitely pushed the limits here with a couple of mil to spare, not a whole lot. So just keep that in mind, and what I was referring to before about going too wide. If you come off this curb, it's really bumpy. So it's the inside edge, not the outside edge. From what I have seen, Blake, that's correct. It's one of those nasty ones where some tracks it's on the, you can't go further than the inside. Some you can't go. Yeah, exactly. Invalid. So John putting out in chat there, very good point. He's on the curb. So I wouldn't push much more than that. If you want to try and push that extra bloody 4 or 5 mil, that's totally fine. Is this F1 or GT?